Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another Bang It video. Now, guys, in this video, we're gonna talk about Nicki Minaj and SZA going off on the internet. I realize that many people, they do not catch where this is coming from, and I'm here to fill you guys in. Let's talk about it, shall we? Because Nicki Minaj has been going off on Rock Nation and Desiree Perez. Now, Nicki has been saying Jay-Z owes her about $1 million to $2 million at this point. TDE, who is SZA's current manager, if not former, basically said that, oh, Nicki did not get her cut because Nicki didn't sign the contract. However, if you look at the title launch, you'll see all the entertainers who Jay-Z had promised to cut. You would see all of them signing the contract on the night of the launch, which means that TDE is lying, saying that Nicki did not get her share because she didn't sign the contract when Nicki already had signed. They all signed off on the same night. So Nicki has been going off on the internet, going off on TDE. Now, SZA then posts Mercury retrograde. Don't take the bait. LOL, silly goose. So, when she did that now, Nicki saw that as SZA inserting herself in the defense of TDE. So Nicki was not having it. Nicki was like, go draw your freckles back on, Bookie. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Sounding like a, whatever, dead dog. And she has justice for Demarie Deposition Perez, because Demarie is the daughter of Desiree Perez, and Demarie has been claiming that her mom has been been brutal and unfair to her, and they have been attacking her and her husband. So that's Desiree Perez and Rock Nation. So Nicki has been saying to the internet, everything that Demarie is coming to the internet with is what she has been telling the world about Rock Nation, right? So, TDE has been speaking out against Nicki in support of Rock Nation. So when SZA said that, SZA was definitely trying to be slick, but Nicki Minaj was not having it. And as such, a back and forth ensued between Nicki and SZA. So Nicki then said, me after I SUCK some good zik, guarantee you wouldn't fight a man. We have every tweet of your increased bullying, lie, and more. Your name was added to that list, draws. Same thing that make you laugh, make you right? So she's now going off on TDE. She says, so glad I have proof of being bullied by and being lied on by a man publicly on a platform I use for my job after I rejected his business proposition and on more than one occasion, he failed to disclose to the public that I had rejected his business proposition and thereby acted in what appears to be a retaliation purposefully used to cause financial damages and to engage in a smear campaign against the brand, right? Then she says, LOL, y'all remember that man from the TDE who kept bullying me on Twitter for no reason? We have the receipts. LOL, I never even responded to him. What was his name again, y'all? I'm going to give him a nickname. I'ma call him minus 30 million from now on. Justice for Demarie, right? And then she then stated, tiny dick executive, but she was not done with the SZA, because after she told SZA, go draw the freckle face on, she says, go draw your freckles back on, Bookie, liar, liar, pants on fire, SZA then, after she said about the Mercury retrograde, SZA then says, I don't give a F about none of that weird ish you popping. So Nicki says, I think she says bitch, looking and sounding like she got stung by a effing bee. Dot 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 draws on my fake freckles, so she's going in on SZA. SZA then says, about I wasn't even talking about or to anyone I had just got off stage talking about retrograde. Need, ninjas at DB. Listen, I'm not good with street lingos. And then she was like, the ish, yes, I'm mad now. Do you need that? So, as such, Caesar continues saying, I get bullied by millions online every day, then step my ass out on a packed stadium tour where people show me real love. In real life, my parents are healthy. I'm the most successful I've ever been. Get some effing perspective and bark at the wall. Then someone said, you really don't want to start this girl. If you was crying before, you're really gonna cry now, or where the barbs get at you. But I honestly believe that SZA did insert herself, not knowing that Nicki Minaj would have picked up that she's talking about her. But then SZA continues, says, who ja bless, no man curse. Art 7, my favorite number. Omeo, thank you. SZA, and then she has some more information there. Now, people tend to think that Nicki Minaj is going out picking problems with these people. But if you have been following like what Nicki has been saying for the past maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks at this point in time, you guys would get some sense or have some understanding of why Nicki would respond to SZA, and then SZA would be pretending to be innocent Abby as though she has never done anything wrong. Make no mistake, so I'm not taking any sides here. It's just that the truth is the truth. And a lot of people have been saying, oh, but SZA has won Grammy over Nicki. All of that does not count, because when someone is being blackballed by the industry, it's not something that you celebrate, you know. Someone getting blackballed is not something that you celebrate, because it shows the hypocrisy of the industry and just how unfair the industry is, which Nicki Minaj has been proven and has been talking about, right? So Nicki and SZA, they continue and they're still going off. Nicki saying, I'm in a meeting, so don't know if you were still talking ish or not. So if you didn't, I'll delete later. SZA LMO, let me go back being calm, shy and meek. Y'all have a blessed night. I see you tomorrow night for 2 nights Paris. So they're still going off because Nicki's saying, damn near bro that man back and leg, bitch, fat, chubby, skinny at the same damn time, you know, and she goes off, where are those 30 million streams that disappeared on Spotify? Like your fuck, your fall freckles. Butting tweets when you argue it is just as weird. So Nicki is still going. Now, there's one thing I observed with Nicki Minaj. If anyone wishes to speak the truth, Nicki Minaj just don't go after people on the internet. It may at first appear to be that Nicki is going after an individual innocently, but Nicki is someone who is highly intelligent, which many people may not realize, because she often behaves ghetto, and I'm going to keep it real. Nicki often behaves ghetto, but Nicki is actually intelligent, which many people may not realize. So what people try to do, they try to just do subliminal jabs at her. And when they try to do these subliminal jabs at her, they pretend as though, oh, I wasn't talking to you. Or they try to smooth it off as though it had nothing to do with Nicki, when in fact it did. And Nicki is not someone that you play with like that, because she's definitely not slow. But it's kind of sad to see Nicki and SZA, you know, in that little spot. I do hope that it ends right there and never returns. But Nicki going off on Rock Nation and people telling a lot of lies saying that she did not sign the contract that is not true because all the artists, they did sign on that night, and there is a video also proving that they all signed on that night. But anywho, guys, that's all I have to share in this video with you all. Let me know what's your take while you're at it. Give this video a big thumbs up, share, stay safe, and see you guys in the comment section. Peace.